Every year, thousands of people cross into the United States without proper documentation, hoping for a better life. But what happens if they're caught? Do they get deported immediately? Do they have any legal rights? In this video, we're breaking down what actually happens when illegal migrants are apprehended in the U.S. So first off, how do undocumented migrants get caught in the first place? Well, there are a few main ways this happens. The U.S. Border Patrol actively patrols land borders, especially between official ports of entry. If someone tries to cross illegally, they risk getting caught right away. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, conducts raids at workplaces suspected of hiring undocumented workers, and sometimes even in communities where illegal immigration is common. Sometimes, undocumented migrants are caught during routine traffic stops if law enforcement officers suspect them of being in the country illegally and involve ICE. If an undocumented migrant is arrested for a crime, their immigration status is checked, and they may be transferred to ICE custody. All right, so someone gets caught. What happens next? The process varies depending on the person's situation, but here's what generally takes place. Step 1. Processing and detention. Once caught, migrants are taken to a detention facility run by ICE or Border Patrol. Here they are fingerprinted, photographed, and their information is entered into a database. Officials check if they have a criminal record or if they've been deported before. Step 2. Expedited removal or a court hearing. If someone is caught at the border or near it, they may be placed in expedited removal, which means they can be deported quickly without a court hearing unless they claim asylum. If they have been in the U.S. for a while or request asylum, they are given a court date for an immigration hearing instead. Step 3. Immigration court. Immigration courts are different from regular courts. There's no jury, just an immigration judge who decides whether the person can stay or must leave. Migrants can hire a lawyer, but unlike in criminal cases, the government does not provide them with one for free. Many people go through the process alone because they can't afford an attorney. Once someone has gone through the immigration process, there are a few possible outcomes. First, there is deportation, following a removal order. If the judge rules against them, they receive a removal order and are deported. This can happen quickly or take months, depending on circumstances. Voluntary departure is another option. Some people choose to leave voluntarily instead of being officially deported. This can help them avoid certain legal penalties that make it harder to return legally in the future. Asylum or other protections may be available. If someone fears persecution in their home country, they can apply for asylum. If granted, they can stay and eventually apply for permanent residency. Other forms of relief include temporary protected status, TPS, for migrants from countries suffering from war or natural disasters. U.S.A. for victims of serious crimes who help law enforcement. DACA, for some undocumented youth, protects certain people who arrived in the U.S. as children from deportation. Deportation involves sending individuals back to their home country. However, it's not as simple as just putting them on a plane. Here's what can happen. Some countries refuse to accept deported individuals, which can delay removal. Deported migrants may be banned from re-entering the U.S. for 5, 10, or even 20 years, depending on their case. Those who re-enter illegally after deportation could face criminal charges and prison time before being deported again. The bigger picture. The process of handling illegal immigration in the U.S. is complex and constantly changing due to new laws and policies. While some people are deported quickly, others can fight their cases for years. There's an ongoing debate about immigration reform, border security, and what should happen to undocumented individuals who have lived in the U.S. for many years. So, what do you think about how illegal immigration is handled in the U.S.? Should policies be stricter? Or should there be more pathways for migrants to stay legally? Let us know in the comments. If you found this video informative, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.